It's Week 16 of the NFL. And coming up next, we'll see Kenneth Walker. He comes into this one second in the league in rushing with an eye on becoming #1. It's the Seahawks and the Vikings, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, it's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
And he's had a great season so far, throwing. Could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Smith going to look to throw right away. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. It's quite a unit, #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
And this one incomplete, threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat? Like
I like that.
Circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Again, Smith. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. So here are the Vikings to go on offense for the first time, and it's a rookie at the helm, the 10th overall pick back in April out of Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now McCarthy. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Throwing is McCarthy. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable here from the 38. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt, 6 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. And taking it across midfield. 5. And the slot man goes in motion left. And they'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker. That's going to wind yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Option play, and they'll give to Walker. The numbers for Walker from last week's effort: 17 carries, 69 yards.
Well, to know what surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak, and that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll make it 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. You look at this defense for the Vikings. This unit currently 7th in the NFL, Charles, in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Myers' kick is good, and the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That's down the field for Jefferson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is, we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Trying the left side with Walker. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Holding offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Geno. He finds Smith and Jigba. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. On the return, here's Agnew. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start out on the ground with Jones.
And a short pickup to about the 25.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 18 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, we know they've clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play. And I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams. Because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice game.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Addison will go in motion left. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. Completes this to Addison out left.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target. Able to pick up another 1st down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go back to the ground with Jones. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving 1st quarter.
On play action, now McCarthy. That's complete to Chandler on the check down.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Now 2nd and 5. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
Incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Oh, now an injured player down there, and this is not what you want to see. That's Justin Jefferson, who's having some issues. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the shotgun, McCarthy.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Up the middle, Jones. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Aaron Jones, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it as we resume action. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Tyler Lockett trotting onto the field, getting set for this next drive.
Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced
Automatic
error.
first
Stay
down.
alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Shaq Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And shedding through the tackle. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Out of the gun, Smith.
And that's going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Powell on the catch. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
Now Smith.
And complete to Smith and Jigba.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
From the 50, it's Smith. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Running right, here's Walker. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This one goes underneath to Walker.
But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
To the air with McCarthy. A slant to Jones.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here's 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. He gets it to Addison.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
McCarthy off the play fake.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An inside give to Jones. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Here's McCarthy. Pass complete to Addison.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35.
That throw right on the money from the quarterback from Michigan. It's a first down. Now McCarthy. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. Throwing is McCarthy.
There's a nice move. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. They'll look to throw now on first down.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Jordan Addison.
His 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Vikings are able to add on to that lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
Grab over the middle. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Throwing now is Geno. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Agnew now to return. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Here is 3rd and 5. McCarthy operating from the gun. He lets one go deep for Addison. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. And it's the Niners who have the lead as those two teams play the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes there for Brock Purdy. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. A touchdown pass for Trevor Lawrence. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Matthew Stafford leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. In that first half, it was the veteran Aaron Jones who had it going. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. This is caught by Addison.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
To the air again. But it's incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
A give to Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Aaron Jones with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Off of play action, here's Smith. It's complete to Lockett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Smith going to try and run with it.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the 1st half, and that trend is continuing here.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
52 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. They'll try for the first with Walker.
And some room to run now.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Walker now on 1st and 10.
Still fighting. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Offense.
So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook that can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now Geno. It fights him off. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Smith. And he fires one, but incomplete. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Myers' kick is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. And the football going back to the Vikings offense.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Now a 2nd and 2. On play action. Now McCarthy. Addison hauls it in. And he's brought down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. On play action, McCarthy. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Derek Hall in there that time to get him to the turf. And you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
64 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They'll go again to Jones. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Down inside the 10.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
There's Hawkinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Geno Smith headed back out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Smith now to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now.
Now Smith. He hits his target, Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the...
Here's Smith.
Smith and Jigba with a grab.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Vikings 49-yard line.
Running left is Walker.
He juked him. That's strong running.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Back to throw, Smith.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 25-yard line.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Play action. It's Smith. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now, during that run, an injury here, we got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
To throw is Smith.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now it's Smith.
Repeat of the last play, finding Walker.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be second down.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Throwing is Smith. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Oh, Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Smith.
He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept him out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Gino's going to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Vikings offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw McCarthy. Buying time to his left. And he will slide down with a good gain. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Up the middle, here's Walker. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
Geno now to throw. And this a quick slant to Lockett. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
He'll take this to the 46.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Infraction, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Throwing now is Geno. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now Smith. He'll find Metcalf. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as he'll get it down inside the 25.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
From the gun, it's Walker.
Dances by at the 20. And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this
Neutral zone
against?
infraction. Defense.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Automatic first down.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Smith. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet.
Stays on his feet, and he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Now Geno. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Dwayne Eskridge
From 4 yards out.
and the Seahawks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So that one a 13-play drive in total. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Breaks through the contact.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for it with Jones.
And he will have a Viking first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
Well, a couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different. But ultimately, time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short. And they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for the Vikings, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.